With the full backing of the US government, the Federal Reserve would create and manage the CBDC, a type of digital currency that is known to everyone. We could use this instead of the current ways of making payments. It would allow for instant payment settlement, make foreign trade easier, and help more people get access to money. Digital currencies are being looked into by governments in more than 130 countries. India and China have already started test projects, and a digital pilot in Europe could start as early as 2028, even though the US is behind schedule. The value of XRP has been rising at an amazing rate, thanks to more and more clear knowledge about how digital currencies work. The US government will soon start accepting XRP as payment for services, which is a huge step forward from what was expected at first and will change the game. People used to think this was a very rare event in the country, but recent confirmations from well-known Congress members have given us new information. Let's do a little housekeeping before we start with today's programming. We'd really appreciate it if you could click the like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications to join our lively group. At the beginning of this video, a well-known member of Congress was named. That person has strongly pushed for the United States to adopt central bank digital currency, or CBDC. This move is in line with what the British countries of India, Russia, and Brazil want to do on the XRP system. Using the XRP system, China and South Africa are also planning to make a global CBDC along with Ripple. Because of Ripple's well-known connections with British governments and financial systems, the future of global banks looks very bright. There is clear proof of these changes in the form of rising speculation about XRP's value following a Forbes article called The New Bitcoin's XRP that said XRP would reach $59.40 SE2 before being taken down. Talks about XRP's possibilities went through the roof. However, some people might think that $60,000 per XRP is a too high number. A more fair and realistic price for XRP would be between $10,000 and $35,000. This is especially true now that it has been added to global central banks and cryptocurrency exchanges. Some of the most well-known financial analysts, insiders, and experts from big companies like Wells Fargo and Wall Street have changed the way they do their jobs big time. A huge number of people were skeptical of XRP at first. But because it is so important to the way central banks settle digital currencies, a high value for XRP is now seen as more or less inevitable. XRP and Ripple were formed mainly to help with CBDC settlements, which adds to this line of thought. But what's really interesting is how the US government recently changed its mind. People had different ideas about what XRP was, like whether it was a property or a legal asset. But now this view has changed in a big way. The US not only recognizes XRP as a real digital asset, but it is also working hard to incorporate it into the way the government works. This is something the US government is trying to fix by officially declaring XRP as not secure and adding it to government systems. The way people think about XRP has changed a lot because of what the US Congress has done recently. Some lawmakers have said that XRP should be called a digital asset instead of a digital security. This change is very important, has an impact on how XRP is seen in the US. Political system sources say that the Federal Reserve has also said again that it wants to use XRP around the world. According to the ISO 4217 standard, the US will start using eXRP on December 31st, 2023. That's just a few days away, right before Christmas. One thing that eXRP users talk about a lot is how they plan to get out of the market. When do they plan to sell their eXRP? This is because many people think that eXRP could reach $11,000 or even $110,000. They plan to stay strong until these prices are met. Still, not everyone is going to actually do this. A lot of people tried to sell their homes or cars early in order to get quick benefits, like a nice car or house. This is where some very important tips come in handy. You shouldn't sell your XRP until it meets the goal you set for itself. Don't give in to the urge to sell too soon. The number of cryptocurrencies on the market can be summed up by the word explosion. Are looking forward to a big rise. A lot has changed recently at the SEC, especially in the last 24 hours. These changes have been very important for the agency, which could see its value rise by a factor of 100 in this unstable market. Has talked with all companies that make spot Bitcoin ETFs. In their filings, they made it clear that these companies need to change from redeeming for cash to redeeming for goods. But this isn't just another talk. The choice is final. The details are being worked out right now, and the head of the SEC, Gary Gensler, is in the middle of it all. Because of the fees and other money problems that come with Bitcoin ETFs, he seems to be trying to change how he acts and offer a way to help his friends on Wall Street. G is well aware that the choices he makes could give the market the all clear. In this case, it feels like a story That was planned ahead of time, and the story is playing out exactly as planned. Look at this picture from 2015 to see what I mean. The pattern it shows is a clear reverse curve that means the value of cryptocurrencies is about to go from red to green, or their market capitalization is about to grow very quickly. This isn't just growth, it's a trend that's likely being pushed by institutional funding. There is a huge amount of money sitting on the sidelines, which shows how popular ETFs are. It's possible for $30 trillion to come into the market. There is a big change and a turning point in the cryptocurrency landscape. The cryptocurrency business is changing quickly. A lot of attention has been paid to Gary Gendler's work at the SEC. For those who think it's just a distraction, his accusation is really about not following the rules. He has been focused on well-known cryptocurrencies like Ethereum and Ripple and saying that they are risky. In the case of Algeria, however, its value has tripled since October, which is very different from what the SEC said, which was that it was only 2 months ago worth as little as 8 cents. Based on this trend, what has been called a problem may actually just be a distraction from more important events that will happen in 2024. It's easy to understand the story. The market will be ruled by tokenization and central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. This is made even stronger by Ripple's latest news that the market is ready to receive about $30 trillion. Also, I'm almost 100% sure that January 10th is a very important date, as election season in the US and around the world approaches. We are about to see important events happen, such as the policies and positions of political leaders like Biden and Trump, that are likely to get attention that has never been seen before. This is bigger than a single country or place for the Bitcoin business. It's different all over the world. Hong Kong, for instance, is getting ready to send in its ETF applications, as more countries recognize and add digital assets to their financial systems. The UK is becoming known as a center for cryptocurrencies. At the same time, it shows that it is ready to adapt to the change. These events suggest that the market is likely to do well. As the election season comes to an end, people will likely turn their attention to cryptocurrency and digital money, which will bring more people and money into this quickly changing field. Because of progress made in the BRIC countries, Brazil, India, Russia, and China and South Africa are now dealing more than $500 billion worth of goods and services in their own currencies. These digital assets, such as XRP, which runs on the XRPL, and XLM, which runs on the Stellar network, are in high demand. On a different front, these digital assets have been found to be necessary for making these huge deals possible. Argentina's growing interest in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies is adding to the global trend of going digital. The arrival of 6 new countries is a big step forward. In a new turn of events, the United Arab Emirates, Argentina, and Iran, Egypt, and Ethiopia have been invited to join the BRICS alliance. This shows how important it is to have good digital assets to handle the huge $500 billion in currency changes. A letter that got out showed that BlackRock planned to use XRP for cross-border payment marking. SWIFT has said that it has made a lot of work this year toward ISO 20022 compliance, which is a standard that is needed for CBDs and tokenized assets to become popular. How are CBDs and tokenized assets being used in the most cutting-edge projects? This is yet another strong support of XRP's usefulness in the world of finance. The financial world is about to change drastically, so this is a very important matter, but I'm fully prepared for this exciting trip. The world of digital banking is changing very quickly, and projects like XRP and XLM are only just beginning to be used in global banking systems. Also, please remember that the information in these movies is just for fun, and that I am not a licensed financial consultant. People who watch my videos should always do their own study and talk to experts before making any financial decisions. Thanks a lot. If you liked the movie, don't forget to click subscribe and thumbs up. Make sure that the alerts are turned on. I want you to know as soon as I post something new. I'm looking forward